Following a traumatic experience, such as for the people who are directly affected by the recent massive bushfires in Victoria and New South Wales, it's natural for people to have some psychological distress after being exposed to such a situation. And this includes for people who no longer face a sense of danger or threat, such as those who've returned safely from the situation, including holidaymakers who might have been exposed to the bushfires. It can help to understand some of the common reactions to having been through a traumatic event, and also to understand some of the things that we can do to help our adjustment following trauma. Now, initially, some of the more common unsettling symptoms or reactions that people can have include disrupted sleep and disrupted concentration, increased intrusive thoughts and memories about the experience, and also increased levels of anxiety or agitation and maybe irritability. And these can be unsettling reactions, and it helps to understand that they are common and they will typically settle over a period of about 4, 5, 6 weeks. And there are some things that you can do to help these reactions settle. One of the first things is it helps to get back to usual routines. And this includes routines around meal times, around sleep. It can help to return to work. It can help to re-engage in routines of physical activity or social activities, things that you usually do. That can help get back to a sense of stability or predictability in your everyday life. It's important to stay connected with other people and not become isolated with your reactions. And one of the things that can help with that is perhaps talking with a trusted other about the experience that you've been through. When people talk about what they experienced, when they felt very much under threat, that can help people process the memories of what they went through more fully and process their emotions around it, helping people feel more settled. And that means also, if people want to assist others, offering a listening ear without offering advice or passing judgment, that can be very helpful. So being able to talk about your reactions a bit can help. Another thing is it helps to have some kind of stress management strategies that suit you. And you might have your own recipe for that. But some of the more reliable strategies that help people deal with higher arousal or anxiety include frequent physical exercise. It can include having some stress reduction techniques such as slow breathing or relaxation or yoga or meditation. And it can also include social leisure and enjoyable leisure activities. So doing something to help lower your arousal level will help. Often if there's a lot of media exposure following a disaster, such as bushfires, it can help to contain one's exposure to the images. It might help to get some understanding of what has happened and to get the basic information around that, but maybe limiting the ongoing exposure, especially for children. It generally doesn't help children to have much repeated exposure to media images and information. One of the things that makes a big difference is when people experience kindness from others. So when people can offer any practical support to someone who's been through an experience like that, such as running errands for them or whatever, any practical support is a way of showing care and concern. And that also includes for people who've been through such experiences themselves, by doing things for other people, also showing some kind of care or concern, offering practical assistance. Often that makes a real difference and adds to the sense of community and mutual support. A final thing is being open to there being some prospect of something good coming out of very difficult situations. For example, with the recent bushfires, there's been a lot of emphasis on the wonderful community support and active engagement of people in looking to assist others and recognising what they've been through. So allowing for a silver lining, at least at that kind of level, but that also means recognising the kindnesses that people offer, and also doing kind things for other people, doing compassionate things for other people. That adds to the sense of community and goodwill, and that can help people's morale and look to the future. If people continue to have difficulties or distress persisting beyond 6 weeks or so, and especially if it interferes with everyday activities, people might notice that they're increasing their use of drugs or alcohol, or especially if people are becoming a little bit more withdrawn or experiencing some ongoing relationship difficulties. Under those circumstances, it can be worth seeking help. And that might include seeing a GP at first, and it might include accessing some psychological help.